What is up, everybody? Welcome to, I'm pretty sure it's the 15th episode of C.A.M.P.S. Jesus Christ, where did this entire series come from? But hello, everybody. I've been around exploring Appalachia, and I have come across 3 camps for you to check out today. And the first one is something that I swear I would never do. But I kind of broke my own rule. I don't go and visit camps that are literally designed like this. I hate this entire concept of put down some stairs on a single block and then just build a floating base. It's pointless. It's ugly and I hate the entire overall design. But I thought I would check it out because sometimes you've just got to break your rules. Now, immediately, there is only one open water purifier out there, so you get 0.5 of a point for that. But a nuke had just gone off, and I thought, you know what, people have probably set up a base or two to trade or whatever for the thing, you know, some flux or stuff like that. And this base was here, and to be honest, the other base was in the nuke zone, and I don't have nuke protection. So I came to this camp instead, and the design of it, now the way you remember how last time I was talking about how I do the point system and stuff? Well, I've decided to do it this way. So I do design, layout, prices. Those are the 3 main ones, and they're out of 10. And then you get, you know, bonus points on the side. And then, depending on the mean average, I think that's the mathematical term, that's the thing you get. But the layout in here was very basic. I did like some of the designs. Like, I like this little bedroom area. The cats on the wall were pretty funny. The little seating area didn't make sense to me, because, you know, you've got couches right next to a band, and then while the band is on the stage, you've got an egg with a couch right next to it. Don't know what that's all about. Plus, then you've got your own personal desk right next to it. It was a nice little thing, but it was a very basic design. You do get a point, by the way. You get 0.5 of a point for the fact that you used a pool table correctly. Everybody can access that pool table from every side. I think that's the first time I've ever seen a pool table used in a camp correctly. But apart from that, everything was just kind of basic. I don't think there was a proper design to it, but I don't know. I never really talk to the person because sometimes they're not there. Sometimes I don't have my mic plugged in. But out of 10 for the design, I'm giving it a 2. And that's me being nice. The layout also gets a 2. And the prices weren't really different. They were just kind of your bog standard prices that I see everyone doing. Unless they are, you know, like the really expensive vendors or the really low price vendors. But you know what? I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to do an on-screen amendment, and I'm going to change your design from a 2 to a 3, and I'll change your layout from a 2 to a 3. So the average mean of that entire camp is 3. 3 out of 10. It's not that bad. To say that these are camps that I absolutely despise, it was nice to see someone take the idea of this annoying floating camp and make it pretty. Normally they're just kind of very boring. I will admit it is a very pretty design, but at the same time it's a very barren, very basic design, which is why 3. I know you probably saying, nah, you should give it more than that, but it gets a thumbs up. It shouldn't get a thumbs up, but I'm giving it a thumbs up for, you know, at least some ingenuity. However, this is a subscribers camp, and you're probably thinking, oh, a subscriber, he's going to be pandering. A little bit. Now, this is Jacqueline's camp. This is a very interesting camp. Now, I don't normally go around, and as I just killed this Milo right here, I don't normally go around to everybody's camp that I can. People ask me to come to the camps and all this kind of stuff, and if I have the time, or if I haven't already filled up my, you know, recording slots, then yeah, I'll pop around. And Jacqueline was on at the time when I hadn't filled all my spots, so I was like, boom, let's go do it. And it was a very good idea, because this has a lot of thought, is probably the best way to put it. It has a lot of thought put into it. Now, the overall design, I'm giving it 9 out of 10, because this is a full-on, like, small settlement, right? This is not just a shop or anything. This is a full-on settlement with separated and segregated camps that do designated things. here's, like your crafting area kind of camp. The other one was just a chillaxing. You've got camps for beds that people can sleep in. A lot of thought has actually gone into this, which is why I like it. One thing I ain't getting, and I've probably just clicked onto why people do it, but the light up wallpapers that people put on their camps, I think they're using that instead of labeling them. I don't know, but open water purifiers, once again, is a good thing. This here, though, Jacqueline, I would say make it wider, because there's no other way, unless you take out one of the little pylons at the back, the little defensive things, and put in a set of stairs. That's a very narrow kind of entranceway or a walkway. But open water purifiers as well, you get 0.5 a point for each, so there you go, you got an extra point on that. But I will say this, it felt the sleeping areas felt a little bit unpersonal, if that's the right word. I don't know. They felt barren. It was literally just a cot and a thing. That's pretty cool. But if this was a real life place that, you'd set up for people to come and rest the weary head on a travel, decorations would really boost morale and stuff like that. So the only really change that I have when it comes to some of the tents is give them a little bit of a less Spartan-esque design and make them a little bit more colourful. But the prices, I've got nothing bad to say about the prices, because the prices are pretty damn cheap. Some of them obviously aren't, for the fact that it's the resource that can be quite hard to get, or it is used more frequently, so you have trouble getting it. But if we just go down the list of points right here, we've got a design. That's a 9 out of 10. I'm giving you an 8 out of 10 for your layout. It was pretty cool that it was Camp Omega, and it's kind of in the shape of the Omega sign, which was something someone pointed out while we were looking at it before I started recording this. I will say it looks more like a pentagon than an Omega sign, because the Omega sign has got the two little feet at the side. But yeah, no, it was pretty cool. And your prices, I give you a 9 out of 10, because they were just, even though they were basic in some areas, a lot of the times they were actually ratcheted down, especially in your food section, which I'm about to show you right now. The food section, it had a lot of the prices ratcheted down. So it gets a 9 out of 10 on your prices, which brings your average total up to a 9 out of 10. I'm pretty sure that's how the math thing that I'm trying to figure out works. You take a bunch of numbers that you've equated to something, so and then the average number out of that is the one that gets used. If I'm wrong with that, someone who knows maths corrects me. But yeah, no, this one gets a double thumbs up because you boosted past 7 points, so you get a double thumbs up. It's a very nice camp. Now, this is a Wasteland HOA members camp. I want to say I'm right on that. This is Twiggy Fett's camp. I think she's a member of the HOA. Don't get me wrong. I might not. I know her husband is. He's a cool guy. But this camp was actually pretty interesting. So you might have seen that sign right at the beginning that you couldn't read. Don't worry. This camp kind of hits home for me because the main building is something that I love wholeheartedly. Like, as a book, as an idea, as an entire concept and job role. I absolutely love the fact that the main base, is actually designed around something. But the overall layout, it's pretty cool. It's nice, it's crisp, it's clean. It's all on the 90-degree axis, which I like. If you keep things at 90 degrees, I'm pretty fine with you. I don't mind if one or two things are off. I would say in here, maybe put down some floor decorations, like a rug or something, to take away from that concrete kind of ugliness that is the floor. But no, I didn't mind that. That was pretty nice. Your crafting tables are a little off skew, but this is what I really care about. So the sign is Twiggy Fett PI. I love private investigators. I love the 40s and 50s PIs. I love Magnum PI. In some aspects, you could say MacGyver is a PI, though he is a handyman, he's a spy, basically. But I love the entire thing of a private investigator camp. I love the entire thing. I wish I could be a private investigator, but it's a lot different in England than it is in America. And this was pretty weird. I don't know why there was a smoke machine behind the PI's chair to add, I don't know, ambiance, but it just looks like you've, I don't know, gassed the person on the opposite side like an evil villain. But yeah, no, it was nice to see some heavy weapon decorations as well. And the floor, I wish I had this floor. It's a very nice floor. I don't have the items to buy that floor. But no, the entire thing so far, we have a design of 7, a layout of 8. It's a very nice layout. The design is marked down a little bit not because of the camp its actual self, but because of the fact that it's stuck on the side of a cliff, and when you're on the side of a cliff, you only have a small amount of room, so you have to sacrifice some prettiness to try and fit it all on to where you want to do it. So you do lose a little bit of points. I would have bumped that up to an 8, but it doesn't matter. You've beat past most people's camps that I have. So 7 out of 10 right there. You've got an 8 out of 10 for your layout, and your prices were pretty simple. A lot of them were just, marked down half. It was nice to see someone doing beer. So for your prices, you get a 6 out of 10, which is not bad. It brings your average mean up to 7, Once again, I'm pretty sure that's how that one works as well. One of them's a 7, one of them's an 8, one of them's a 6. The middle number would be a 7, therefore, boom, you give it a 7. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done math. However people want to feckin' say it. It's been a long time since I've done any form of higher functioning maths. So there we go. But you know what? I've just realised I made a mistake, and I'm going to change your design to an 8. See, this is the cool thing about this. I can change on the fly. So you're on an 8 out of 10 now. It gets a thumbs up from me. If it was a 9, it would have got a double thumbs up, but it was a good camp. I loved it. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Those are today's camps. If you felt like I was being a panda and asshole because they were people I know, yeah, a little bit. Sometimes you have to, pander, but that's just the way that life works. Anyway, thank you for checking out today's camp video. If you have anything you want to show me on Twitter, there is my Twitter handle. Show it me on Twitter. And when I say that, I mean Fallout stuff. Just don't send me dick pics or something like that. But you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, you know the drill. Stay awesome.